How's it going, music community? Hope everyone's well, looking after themselves, all the usual stuff. Mr. Boulder back this week with an album ranking video for Megadeth, one of my favourite bands, no doubt about it. This is going to be quite a long video, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into it. 15 albums to talk about, and in my opinion, just two stinkers in the catalogue. So obviously we're going to be addressing them first. So number 15, this should be no surprise to anyone, is Risk from 1999. It's not all bad, but the bad far outweighs the good in my opinion. Christ, yeah, some of this really is not very good at all. But it starts really sort of positively. For me, I mean, Insomnia, the first track, I really like. There's some kind of Indian style instrumentation going on in this one. Some sort of off-time riffing during the song. Catchy chorus. First song, Insomnia, yeah, really good. Prince of Darkness next. I do like that as well. I remember hearing that on a CD that came through with Metal Hammer. But after that, things go downhill pretty sharpish. I mean, after that, you've got Crush 'Em, which, if my memory's correct, was the theme tune used by the WCW wrestler Goldberg back in the day. And it sounds like what it is. It's wrestling metal, basically. Is it terrible? No. Do I ever need to hear it again? No. What else have we got here? Breadline, The Doctor is Calling, I'll Be There, Wanderlost. The thing I think about these following four songs, if they were on an album by a different band, I probably sort of wouldn't dislike them as much as I do. But because this is coming from the same band that only 9 years previous for writing stuff like Take Them Prisoners and Tornado of Souls, just it baffles me. They're not good songs at all. Ecstasy and Seven, I can't even remember how they go. And then it finishes with Time the Beginning and Time the End. Both songs are okay. But still, to be honest, I mean, some of the riffing on this album is very lackluster. I hate to say anything negative about Dave Mustaine. But the riffing on this is very much below par. It's not a good album. It's really not. I think this is Marty Friedman still on guitar. And is it Nick Menza still on the drums? I cannot bloody remember, actually. I can't see. But yeah, it's not good. It's easily the worst of the bunch. Literally a few good songs, but the rest of it's rubbish. In the bin. Not good at all. Up next, and the only one for me that really stinks, is The World Needs a Hero from 2001. The main issue I have with this album is its lack of pace. It's kind of the same sort of tempo the whole way through. Yeah, it's just lacking some serious pace and some lacking good songs as well. Once again, it's not all bad, but there's nothing here that really excites me. This has got Al Pitrelli on guitar and Jimmy DeGrasso, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He used to be in Suicidal Tendencies on the drums. Obviously, the Dave's on board. The first three tracks, they're all okay. Disconnect, World Needs a Hero, Moto Psycho, they're okay. 1,000 Times Goodbye is pretty good. But then after that, kind of drops off. Dread and the Fugitive Mind on side 3 is really good. You've got Return to Hangar on side D, which I do really like, but I am wondering that's because of, it's obviously got things to do with Hangar 18. And then it finishes with When, which is over 9 minutes long. It's okay. But once again, you hear a riff come into it sort of quite deep into the song, and it just sounds like a riff from the floor. You know, they've just picked up something that's been discarded and used it, and yeah, it's not good. Lacks pace, is boring basically, and not great. Hence it's number 14. World Needs a Hero, average to bad basically. Another one that's not so good, gets a lot of hate. I don't think it's as bad as it's made out to be. But Super Collider, yeah, it's okay. Not the best. Not as bad as it's made out to be, though. I mean, Kingmaker, the first song's really good. And then the title track, Super Collider, is very, very good. But yeah, after that, a lot of it's very, very average. I mean, Off the Edge is okay. Beginning of Sorrow's alright. Don't Turn Your Back's okay. Finishes with a cover of Thin Lizzy's Cold Sweat. Yeah, not as bad as it's made out to be, but yeah, it's not too great. Chris Broderick on a lead guitar on this. He's a good guitar player. Sean Drover on the drums. Not much else to say about that one. It's okay. It's not going to blow you away. Would I recommend you go out and give it a listen? Yes, but I wouldn't recommend paying a lot of money for it. Up next is number 11 is United Abominations. Now this is when things start to get good. The three I've just shown are easily the weakest, and we're starting getting to the good stuff now. The one criticism I do have about this album is that a lot of the lyrics are very political. And for me, we hear enough about politics on the bloody TV and in the news, so I don't really want to be hearing it in music. But that's only a small criticism, to be honest. Side A is actually very, very strong. Sleepwalker, Washington is next. Never Walk Alone, title track, Gears of War. Side A is all good stuff. For me, side B, it tails off a little bit. But Play for Blood's good. A Tout Le Monde, which is a reworking from a song from Youthanasia. That's got, I think it's Christina Scabbia on vocals. I think she's from Lacuna Coil, if my memory's correct. America Star's really good. You're Dead and Burnt Ice. Yeah, I have to say, when I listened back to this, it was better than I remembered it being. And I always did like it, but yeah, it's better than I thought it was, I must say. I think this is Chris Broderick again on lead guitar. And Sean Drover on the drums. Might be wrong about that. But yeah, better than I remember it being, I must say. But yeah, some of the political lyrics in this I'm not too keen on. And this happens in some of these other sort of latter-day albums as well. There's quite a few spoken word bits from Dave when he's telling the story of the song, which I can kind of do without. I don't need to hear it. I find it a bit cheesy, to be honest. But still a good album. That's United Abominations. Number 10 now. Number 10? No. Number 12 even. Never mind, got that wrong. Up next is Cryptic Writings from 1997. I don't mind this. More of a hard rock album than a metal album. I could see a lot of these songs getting played on American rock radio. I really quite like this. Nick Menza's on board here, Marty Friedman, of course. Trust, the first song, is pretty good, but then Almost Honest, the second song, I really, really enjoy. Use the Man's good. That's got Dave Mustaine playing an acoustic guitar. I think that was the first time we'd ever played an acoustic on an album. I'll Get Even's pretty cool. Sin, Secret Place, Have Called Travel. The last three songs for me are actually the best. She Wolf, Vortex, and FFF, which is Fight for Freedom. They're probably the heaviest songs on this album. Tried to pick this up on vinyl on eBay, but it goes for 3 figures. I think the last time I saw a copy of this, it ended up going for about 180 quid. And yeah, not paying for that. I'll stick with the CD. Thanks very much. Yeah, not a bad album at all. I actually do quite enjoy this, but it's definitely more of a hard rock album more really than a metal album. Cryptic Writings from 1997. Not bad at all. Up next is Youthanasia, the album that come before that. It's from 1994. Again, I've tried to get this on vinyl on eBay, but it ends up going for like I think £230 the last time I saw it, and obviously not paying that. Yeah, another one that doesn't get a lot of love, but I really enjoy it. I listened to this loads back in the day when it first came out. Reckoning Day is a fantastic song. I really enjoy the drums in that one. Train of Consequences, I really like the main riff in that, and it's bloody hard to play. It doesn't sound like it would be, but it is. Addicted to Chaos is great. Tout Le Monde's alright. Elysian Fields, really enjoy the vocal patterns in that song. Nice vocal melodies in the background, the chorus, I really, really enjoy. Killing Road's okay. Blood of Heroes, Family Tree, title track Youthanasia, very good. I thought I knew it all, not so fussed on that. Black Curtains, and ends with Victory. Victory's got a lot of references to other Megadeth songs in the lyrics. Yeah, an album I really do quite like. Doesn't get a lot of love, but I think it's pretty good. Youthanasia from 1994. Up next is The System Has Failed. When I was listening back to this, all these albums for this ranking, this is much better than I remember it being. And I must say, if the rest of the songs were as good as the first three songs of this album, then this would be a stunning album. It's still very, very good, but the quality doesn't quite keep up from the first three songs, but I really like it. This is the first album that Dave made after he had that really bad arm injury back in the early 2000s, where they wasn't sure if he was ever going to be able to play guitar again. Also, that wasn't the case, and he was back with a bang, and this is a really, really good album, which was much better than I remember it being. I mean, the first three tracks are absolutely fantastic. Blackmail the Universe, Die Dead Enough, and Kick the Chair. I love some of the lyrics in Kick the Chair. They're really, really good. The Scorpion's pretty cool. Then side B, I Know Jack, is just an intro to Back in the Day, which is a great song. Something that I'm not, I really enjoy. Truth Be Told, another very good song. Of Mice and Men and My Kingdom, this is good stuff. I think this is just Dave playing all the guitars and all the bass, and a guy whose name I can't remember at all plays the drums. Yeah, better than I remembered it being, actually. This really is quite good. If you've not heard this one, I'd definitely recommend checking it out. A very, very good album. I think this is from 2004. System Has Failed. Good stuff. Up next, the most recent album from, I think it's 2016. Dystopia. Here we've got a nice picture disc edition I picked up when I was on holiday a couple of years back in Portsmouth. Looks great. Nice looking picture disc. And here's the black vinyl version. When's this from? Yeah, it's 2016. Good stuff here. This has got Chris Adler, former Lamb of God man, on the drums. For me, this is the best Megadeth album for about sort of 6 or 7 years. Really, really good stuff. A very, very strong album. The Threat Is Real, first song, fantastic. Dystopia is great. Fatal Illusion, love the bass break in that song. Absolutely fantastic. Death From Within is really good. Post American World I really enjoy. Conquer or Die is good. Lion State, Foreign Policy, really strong ending track. Again, I can't remember who's on this one. This has got Kiko on lead guitar. Actually, I think this is his first album. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is, because I think this is the only album he's been on so far. And yeah, Chris Adler from Lamb of God, or former Lamb of God, I should say, on the drums there. Yeah, good album, this. I knew this was a good album before I listened to it. Listened back to it again. And forgot just how good it is, actually. Yeah, I think I've got a new album coming soon. I'm really looking forward to hearing that. But the most recent release, Dystopia from 2016, is very, very good. Check out if you're not listening to it. Up next is 13. And now I must say, when I listened back to this, it was far better than I remember it being. I remember when I first had this thinking it was literally just okay. But when I listen back to it, it's like, my God, this is really, really good. I can't believe I just thought this was average. It's not average at all. Very, very good. Sean Drove on the drums, Chris Broderick on the guitar. He was a very good guitar player for Megadeth, has to be said. There's really good stuff in here. The first track, Sudden Death, is one of the best Megadeth songs of the last 20 years. Probably the closest to a thrash song done in the last 20 years, that's for sure. Public Enemy's really good. Public Enemy #1, I should say. We the People's great. New World Order is very good. Fast Lane, Wrecker, Millennium of the Blind, Deadly Nightshade, last track 13. Very, very good. Once again, if you've not listened to this one, I recommend very much so giving it a listen. It's very, very good. Much better than I remember it being. Really good stuff. Megadeth 13. Up next, this is number 6. This is the best album of the last 20 years as far as I'm concerned. It's Endgame from 2009. Brilliant album. Really, really good. Definitely the best one from the last 20 years. This Day We Fight. Amazing riffing in that song. 44 minutes is great as well. Then you've got 1,320 Degrees, I think that is. Very, very good. Side B, Endgame, title track, brilliant. Sealed with a... what does that say? Sealed with a Kiss. I was going to say Fist. That's not right. Sealed with a Kiss. Head Crusher, the best song on the album. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic riffing. Drums are pounding. Great vocals. Best song on the album for me, Head Crusher. How the Story Ends and the right to Go Insane. It's a fantastic album. Really need to make sure you pick this up. Chris Broderick again on lead guitar. Sean Drove on the drums. This was a pretty good lineup, actually. I think the lineup they've got now is actually better, but the great lineup of this album, fantastic songs, best Megadeth album in the last 20 years. Probably the closest things you've got to a thrash album, Megadeth from the last 20 years. Endgame from 2009 is absolutely superb. Check it out, definitely. Just need to have a little drink. Right, top 5 now. Now we're getting to the business end of things. My first Megadeth album, So Far, So Good, So What, from 1988. Chuck Beeler on drums, Jeff Young on guitar. This is the only album both of them played on. Fantastic stuff. The opening track, Into the Lungs of Hell. It's absolutely brilliant. The riffing in the song is fantastic. The soloing is absolutely amazing as well. Some great solos just in the first track alone. Set the World Afire next, another great song. Then on to The Bad, their cover of the Sex Pistols' Anarchy in the UK. I don't dislike it, but it's far from necessary. Mary Jane closes side 1. And then side B is where it's at for me. Kicks off with 502. And then the second track, In My Darkest Hour, without a doubt the best song on the album. If my memory's right, I think it's actually about Cliff Burton. Of course, Dave Mustaine's former bandmate in Metallica. That's about over 6 minutes, that song, and it's absolutely fantastic. Great guitar parts. Lyrics and vocals are very good as well. Then you've got Liar, which is a song that still makes me laugh now. I think that's about Chris Poland. And then it finishes with Hook in Mouth. Not the best closing song, but still really good. My first Megadeth album that I got for Christmas on cassette back in 1988. Brilliant stuff. Really, really good. I won't lie. I listened to this for the first time in years, about 6 months ago, and I remember my opinion used to be, yeah, it's okay. It's actually better than I remember it being. So Far, So Good, So What from 1988. Brilliant stuff. Need to take another quick drink. Number 4 for me, Countdown to Extinction from 1992. This is an absolutely massive album for me. And obviously, because this is number 4, it's not my favourite Megadeth album. There's better stuff. But for me, once I heard this in the summer of 1992, all I cared about was music. And to this day, that's pretty much, nothing's changed. I absolutely love my music. And this is the album that really sort of just got me going on. Everything was about music. And it's a really, really good album. This is produced by Max Norman. He produced Diary of a Madman and Blizzard of Oz for Ozzy Osbourne, if my memory is correct. Yeah, it's great. It's obviously something more commercial. Need to take another drink. It's like their Black album, really, when I went for much more commercial sound. Symphony of Destruction on this. First riff I ever learned to play on the guitar. Fantastic stuff. I love that song. I love the bass sound on this album as well. Skin of My Teeth kicks it off. Architecture of Aggression, great stuff. Foreclosure of a Dream. Sweat and Bullets, brilliant song. I love the lyrics. Sorry, the vocals in that. Very, very clever. Countdown to Extinction's great. High Speed Dirt. Captive on Her Ashes in Your Mouth. Brilliant album. I absolutely love it. I know every single note on this album, every single lyric. It's absolutely superb. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. My bloody throat is really dry. Right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mouth went so dry then. I thought I was going to choke. Let's get another drink. So that was, number 4, Countdown to Extinction from 92. So we're into the top 3 now. Peace Sells with Who's Buying from 1986. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. The late, great Gar Samuelson on the drums. Chris Poland on guitar. Everyone knows this album. Brilliant, brilliant thrash metal album. Wake Up Dead, it kicks off with this absolutely fantastic song. The Conjuring, then Peace Sells next, the title track. Brilliant bass intro riff from Dave Ellefson on that. A fantastic song. Close this side A with Devil's Island, another good song. Good Morning Black Friday, not too fussed on that, I have to say. Bad Omens is a good song. I Ain't Superstitious, that's a Willie Dixon cover if my memory's right. And finishes with My Last Word, which is a great song. An essential thrash metal album. You need to have this in your collection if you haven't got it. I'm sure you all have. If not, you need to put that right straight away and go out and get it. A big album this for Megadeth. I think it's broken through quite big. And rightfully so. It's absolutely brilliant. Packed with fantastic songs from start to finish. It's worth it just for Wake Up Dead and the title track alone. But there's lots of other really good stuff here. But it's only my number 3. So let's find out what's number 2. Number 2 for me is actually their debut, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good from 1985. Here we have an original press. There's that. Got on picture disc as well. Yeah, I absolutely love this album. Nice looking picture disc. And last of all, I have this, which came out a few years ago. A lot of reissues, I think, are not really worth your time, but this one is absolutely worth your time. It's been remixed as well, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. All Garth Samuelson's double kick drums cut through the mix, nice and clear now, whereas they're a little bit muddy in the original version. And yeah, everything's been tidied up. It sounds fantastic. But we're here to talk about the songs, and I absolutely love this album. The raw energy of it for me is what makes it king, you know. It's just brilliant. The songs are amazing. Last Rites and Love to Death I really like. Title track's fantastic. Skull Beneath the Skin. And side A on this edition closes Rattlehead. That's the first song on side B on the original press. Rattlehead, for me, probably the best song on the album. Just a brutal slice of thrash metal. Chosen Ones, Looking Down the Cross, The Mechanics, which is, of course, their sort of take on Metallica's The Four Horsemen. Obviously, Dave Mustaine wrote the riffs for it. And on this one, yeah, side B is where the cover of Nancy Sinatра's These Boots is at. For me, yeah, this is about the raw energy of this album. The riffing is absolutely insane. How Dave Mustaine plays the guitar and sings the vocals, I just do not know. Absolutely amazing stuff. All the solos are really frantic and good. Just everything about this album is all about sort of, you know, precision and being really fucking angry and just delivering great thrash metal songs that pack a real punch. Absolutely amazing stuff. Their debut, Kids My Business, Business Is Good from 1985. If you've watched my very first video here on YouTube, I rank this the best album from the Big Four of thrash metal, the best debut album, I should say. It's absolutely brilliant. Raw energy, brilliant stuff, excellent songs. It's absolutely fantastic, but it's only number 2. So you know number 1 is, and it should be number 1. Now I had a chat about this with a couple of my bandmates, Simon and Rich. Today we're recording an EP at the moment. And I told them this was going to be number 1, and they both agreed. In fact, Simon, my friend, said to me, it's a good job it's number 1, because I probably wouldn't speak to you ever again if it wasn't number 1. So good job we agree on the number 1, eh? Obviously, it's Rust in Peace from 1990. This is a 10 out of 10 album. Absolutely perfect. No bad songs on it. Everything about it is absolutely phenomenal. The musicianship across the board is amazing. Amazing guitar riffing and soloing on this album. The bass sounds great. Nick Menz's drums. This was Nick and Marty Friedman's first album with the band, and they absolutely hit the ground running. It's just a masterpiece. Everything about it is fantastic. It starts off with Holy Wars. That was the song that made me want to play guitar. When I saw the video for that back in about 1994, I knew I wanted to play guitar after that. Hangar 18, Take No Prisoners, another great song. Five Magics, side 1, all killer, no filler. Side 2, Poison Was the Cure. Lucretia, Tornado of Souls, probably my favourite song on the album. I just love the riffing on that. And Take No Prisoners as well. The riffing on that is absolutely superb. Dawn Patrol is good. And it closes with Rust in Peace and Polaris. Just an absolutely perfect album. I love the lyrics. The vocals are fantastic. The guitars are great. Everything else is fantastic. There's just nothing that you can fault. It's absolutely brilliant. A perfect thrash metal album. It should be in everybody's collection. And if it's not, you need to get off your ass and go and grab a copy because it's absolutely essential. Megadeth have released a load of great stuff over the years, but for me, this is the best thing they've ever done. And I don't think they'll ever top it, and it's one of the best thrash metal albums ever recorded. It's absolutely essential. Everything is perfect here. Full front to back with great songs. Rust in Peace from 1990, absolutely essential. A brilliant masterpiece of a thrash metal album. Right, guys, managed to get through this without choking to death, just. I've tried to go through this fairly quickly because I know it's going to be quite a long video. But cheers for watching and sticking around to the end. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're watching the videos and you're not subscribed to the channel, then please do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. I'll be back next week with a vinyl update. And as I've done 3 of the big 4 album ranking, there's going to be an Anthrax album ranking coming soon. There's also going to be a requested Motley Crue album ranking at some point. And I'm going to do an Alice in Chains album ranking at some point too. Yeah, again, cheers for watching, guys. Thanks very much. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shizzle, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, take care, bye.